We're live. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening. It is your girl, Kristen Nicole Man, and I'm back with another episode. um, I am going to be talking about a lot tonight, but I want to introduce myself. Kristen Nicole Man. I help Black women find their true authenticity through all things creative, whether that's painting, writing, journaling is writing, um, everything. And we talk about various topics over here, such as like faith, a little bit of pop culture, a little bit of experiences, life experiences. So, yesterday I had went live about tapping into femininity and what that journey has looked like for myself, and kind of explaining, me trying to be less masculine with staying in my head, my mind, with all these thoughts and things, and letting my creativity flow. So today, uh, through a request that I had, I am going to talk about drumroll, crack the code, unveiling female narcissists amongst us. This is the last discussion tonight, so I hope that I can bring you some information and inform you of some things that you may have never heard of. Uh, Maybe you know about what I'm talking about, but tonight I want to go over some of the things that you may miss when you are in your friendship circles, your church circles, your work circles, whatever the case may be. So, as per usual, I have to make sure that I'm live before I start this conversation in depth. Um, and I am. Okay. So tonight I'm going to be putting in the chat section the ways that you can tell that a female is a narcissist. Now, female narcissists, through my experience, have been different from male narcissists. They may have the same attributes, but they go about them in different ways. And so these things that I'm going over tonight is only information purposes. I am not trying to diagnose anyone as being a narcissist, but these kinds of people really are um, around you, and you can miss that. So I want to bring some informative um, information to you. So let's get started. All right. We need to start with the definition of narcissist. And let's bring that up because I want to make sure that I do not leave nothing out tonight. So first. Okay. So, personality qualities of a narcissist is thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others. That's the big thing that you want to take away from tonight is that these kinds of people, they lack empathy. Now, I did have a episode with my mom. She ended up marrying one, a male version of this, and the main thing that she always says she recognized is that he lacked empathy. And if you have someone around you that lacks this empathy, you might want to take a deeper look into how they play a role in your life. Okay, so we're going to get started with the three kinds that I want to go over tonight. Um, and kind of give you examples of which one is. through, like, a person you may know. I'm just copying and pasting the info. I should have did all this before. Okay, the first one that we're gonna go over, female narcissist that could potentially be one, is the seductress. Okay, the seductress. Now, the seductress is often likened to a femme fatale or a woman who uses sexual appeal to lure her victims. She will pay excessive attention to appearance and attire. Now, in social media era, we see a lot of people doing this. So it has kind of created a monster within a lot of women where we have to always be on. Like, we got to think about our eyes, our looks, our nails, our eyebrows, our and I succumb to this too. So don't, I'm not pointing no fingers, but social media has really upped the ante when it comes to looking seductive, like getting men to watch your social media or be on, getting the likes, getting the hearts, getting all the things. And that is something that is not controllable. But let's talk about offline. There are women that live their lives to seduce other people as a manipulative tactic to get them to do what they want. So one of the prime examples of this would be like a Kim Kardashian or even a Beyonce. I mean, it's like this is what they feed, other women to do what I do. And you'll get all the abundance, you'll get all the blessings. Like if you just walk around half naked, if you really are concerned about your looks, that's a form of narcissism because, um, for one, a lot of these women, they want you to only tune into them, and it's through their looks in this particular example. And so if you know someone like this that is a female, um, you may wanna look into if they are a narcissist, a female form of a narcissist. Now, what I'm giving you tonight is actual information that you can Google. It's not something that I'm making up. And I've met all 3 of the ones that I'm gonna go over tonight, and it's eye-opening because you won't pay attention to this type of, stuff when you're maybe you have low self-esteem and you just want friends to be around you, you just want people to accept you. You'll miss these signs being in a desperation form. So, I'm trying to help those people. You don't have to be friends with these people. They don't have any empathy. They don't really care if they're friends with you or not. They're out for a motive. They have a heart full of wickedness, and they don't really care about relationship. So the next one, and I'm not trying to say that to be, like, mean, but this is real life, y'all. And these people are out to destroy, and they are not from God. The next one is I wish I could put these up quicker, but I just gotta make sure the right stuff is in. Okay, the next one we have the perfect wife and mother. This type of narcissist, female narcissist, will seemingly be involved in the family's lives and thrive on her public persona as the perfect wife and mother. Have you ever met a woman that really cares about the curated pictures online, really cares about, like, what the family looks like, that I cook, clean, superwoman, all these things, and then you know them online these traits, and you're like, "Wait, the math is not math." There are kinds of narcissists because what they project all kinds of narcissists about image. It's really about image. It's about manipulating the minds of people to be viewed as something that they're not. Deep down inside, they're not healed people. They are miserable. They are out to get others to be miserable as well. And they're out to steal, kill, and destroy because the root of narcissism is really within Satan. Um, Satan uses these people to stray people away from what they're supposed to be doing as their God-given assignment, and he just makes them feel depressed, oppressed through these people because they'll start comparing. People will look at these people's social media and they'll say, "I'm not a good mom. I'm not," and sometimes, people rub it in women other women rub it in your face. If you're not married, they'll be like, "I'm the perfect wife. I'm the perfect this, I'm the perfect that," and it'll make other women compare themselves to what they're putting out, and that's what they want. Deep down inside, they want you to desire their lives. They want you to desire you to look like them. They want you to really run with the narrative of them being the perfect mother, and wife. And so, one of the articles that I read, if men are divorcing these kinds of women, they'll come in court and, like, really manipulate and gaslight, the man that they're divorcing because they'll gaslight and say that, they were doing all the work, the man didn't really do this, the man didn't really do that, and it's sad. You see this on, several occasions, but they don't talk about it enough, and they really kind of with the narcissism talk, they really zero in on the men more. They don't necessarily talk about the female narcissist, which is actually the more dangerous one because we are crafty as women. We are sneaky. There's ways that we can articulate ourselves and make it really believable. And that's why a lot of people succumb to the coaching industry, especially in the pandemic. That's why a lot of people are spending a lot of money with these women. They look great. They have the husband. They have the looks. They're on vacation every day from what they made you think. And some of them got found out, not all, but some of them got found out to be liars. And I personally have, um, been around some people in that industry that they show up like this, but real life, they don't have no money. Real life, they're really not, nice people. Real life, they really have no empathy. They're just all about image and, like, putting on this persona to be a good person, and I'm gonna get to that, the other attributes or the other styles of narcissism so that I can go more in depth about that because there is a communal type of narcissist where they will set their sights to continue to do good work in the community just so that they can have a good name, but they're really using it as a manipulative tactic. So that's one that I'm gonna get to, but not yet. 'Cause I have this one that I wanna go over after this one. So, the perfect wife/mother. If you know one of these and they are portraying to be something online that they're not offline, I want to look at that. You might wanna take a look at that. This is all information purposes, but I have known people like this, and I have posed a question to some, like, "Why do you wanna keep this narrative up? Like, who are you really trying to please? Or what what is the point?" And a lot of them have said, because that's the only thing they have to show people. They don't feel like they have any gifts, they don't feel like they have any talents. Some of them have low esteem, insecurities, but this is the only thing that they have to give the world from their eyes, from their perspective. And it's like on this channel, like I said, I help Black women specifically find their true authenticity through creativity, but all women should be finding, hobbies, finding things that they could do so that they can be in touch with who they want to be, not compare themselves to one woman upon woman. And a lot of women get caught up in that. They wanna compare themselves, they don't think they're worthy enough, they don't think they have value, and that's unfortunate. But you gotta take a look at your environment as well. If you're not in a healthy environment and you have a bunch of people, crabs in a barrel type of mentality, that's gonna eventually rub off on you. But it's up to you and even myself to figure out how can we get away from that? How can we change the narrative and form new narrow paths in our mind of thinking, different ways of thinking, so that we can shift our action. So the next one, I'm trying to fit all this in. Next one is, and I've known too many of these, way too many. Oh, okay, it's not. Y'all all know one of these. Okay, drama queen. The drama queen loves to create situations that feed her inner soul and make her feel alive. So an example of a drama queen narcissist, they'll call the police on, someone that they're in relationship with. They always do seek out drama seeking attention. Uh, they have behaviors that are attention based. Um, I'm just reading my list. And they do it for entertainment. At the end of the day, short summary, they do it for entertainment. It's not really that they're invested in having a solution to solve the drama that's going on. They just want it for entertainment purposes. Like it pleasures them to create a dramatic scene and then cause chaos. You ever had the shows that you watch or the movies that you watch where the girlfriend just constantly wants to create drama for the boyfriend and gaslights him and says you're not worth it or starts screaming at the top of their lungs like, girl, you don't have nothing else you could do other than outside of bothering this man. You don't have nothing else. So there are some women, some females that set their sights out to be the drama queen. And they love this. And again, in the article that I um, read about this, is that if they are getting a divorce, one of the things they brought up, I have it written down. In court, the drama queen will often employ theatrics and paint herself as the heroine in every situation. She may attempt to convince others that she's just standing up for what's right, justice, her children, etc. Your attorney needs to gather her previous attempts to create drama and hostility. Um, isn't that something? Isn't that something? So when we're looking at people that love to create drama, don't just look at it as service space. You want to look at it as, okay, why does this person enjoy drama? Because deep down inside, they may be narcissistic. They may be a drama queen narcissist. And we don't want to throw that word around loosely, but it's true. They may have the root of the behavior. And they said even with custody of the kids, they are the worst ones to deal with in the court, because they will just keep it going. They will just keep it going. It's a never-ending cycle. And they just don't care. They don't have empathy. So let me share my screen. That's the last one I have for the three. And then shout out to Black girls don't get love, and it's crossed out will Black girls will get love, but it's Black girls don't get love.com. Go check them out. I had the pleasure of judging a screenwriting competition over the weekend. It was high school, no, middle schoolers. They wrote their own script, and we got to judge. I got to be an industry judge, and it was a fun time. So I want to shout out that organization because they are doing great work across the nation. They're trying to get all the universities and high schools to buy the program so that they could come and teach children, even college students, how to write a script, how to direct, how to get media, all the things. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. So I want to pull up another article. Okay. So I want to go over these couple of narcissists that could possibly be around you. So this is from choosingtherapy.com, and I want to go over a couple of these because some people just might not be educated on who these people are. Like I said, females are sometimes more in depth with narcissism than males. So the first one is overt narcissist. So overt narcissist, aka classic or grandiose narcissist, an overt narcissist displays most of the traditional narcissistic traits and tendencies, including grandiosity, entitlement, and behaving in a boastful manner. So these are the ones that mainly are obvious. Like they're really obvious. They're boastful about everything they do. They feel like they're entitled to things that you have. Um, they're very boastful, prideful, all the things. So definitely pay attention to that. Covert narcissists, aka are insecure and they're vulnerable narcissists. So a covert narcissist can be harder to detect because they may appear shy, humble, reserved, and even insecure to other people. So they're less obvious. So they're not going to be right off the bat. You're not going to feel like they are one. But once you get around them and you start to form a friendship or you work together with them, those traits will come out of who they truly are because they're manipulative. But that is the danger because if you tell somebody that they're manipulative, they're not going to believe you because they're going to be like, what? She's so shy. She's so humble. She's so reserved. Mm-mm. Those are some of the most insecure people, and it's an act for some of them. Some people really are shy. Some people really are humble. Some people are really reserved. But some of these people are just acting this way to get what they want. Communal narcissists. Now, I didn't run into these type of people until I moved to New York. So, a communal narcissist is someone who appears selfless and generous with their time, money, and resources. They are likely to be very active in charities or other good causes, but use these roles to promote themselves, form a favorable impression, or create a reputation for being a good person. I cannot tell you how many people I've met in the past 10 years have been like this. Even it was rubbing off on me, but God checked my spirit and he was like, hold up, wait a minute. I tell you what to do. You do not give your name glory. I give your name glory, and you honor me within that glory. And when you're around these people, you really truly see how self-centered they are, and the work that they're doing is not really for the people. It's really like it's saying here to create a reputation for being a good person. Some of these people are acting. Not everybody that's doing community work is acting, but I've ran into a lot of females like this. Don't mean them no harm, but once you know, and you look back and you're like, wow, wow. So the malignant narcissist has traits and symptoms of both narcissistic personality disorder and anti-personality disorder. They are considered dangerous because they display lack of empathy and a pattern of preying on others. Hmm. So I used to be under a prophet like this. It was a church that had a wife that was like this, and that woman almost ruined all of our lives. Some people's lives she did ruin, actually. They're still recovering from it, but they are the most dangerous. They really are. Let's click on it, see what it says. So some of the signs of the dangerous ones is they're extremely let's zoom this in. So they're extremely arrogant and self-centered. They're they disregard people's feelings and needs of others. This person that was, like, we were under as leadership at this church did not care about other women's feelings. She just wanted what she wanted done and had wanted us there every time the church doors opened. Did not care if we had kids, did not care if we had well, I didn't have kids at the time, other people had kids and, it was sick. It was sick. It was a sick cycle of control. Manipulating, using, or exploiting others for personal gain or pleasure, having an extreme need for power, acts of revenge against those who criticize them. So, one of the examples was they used to preach from the pulpit how they felt about certain things that people did, and they would be sitting right in the audience. They never went to the person and had a conversation. They would just be sitting in the audience, and the person would preach from the pulpit about them, fantasizing about ways to obtain more power and dominance over others, lacking conscious regret or remorse for their actions, being cruel and taking pleasure in the pain of others. Remember, I said not too long ago, these people they take pleasure in this behavior. It's like really sick. Um, High levels of aggression towards other people, paranoia, or mistrust of others. Same thing with that lady. She will always talk about how she don't trust nobody, but she's our leader. She was our prophet. She was like a pastor at this point. And you're telling everybody you don't trust anyone. How are we supposed to come to you and talk to you about anything? So that's some of the malignant narcissist. And again, this is the most dangerous. This is the most dangerous. So there is actually a thing called healthy narcissists. I've read this in other places. They have high self-esteem. And they just have high self-esteem. I mean, we all have a little bit of narcissism in us, to be honest. We do. And people don't like to say that, but we do. And so I'll go back quickly through the ones that I went over again. Narcissism is a personality, and its qualities include thinking very highly of oneself, needing admiration, believing others are inferior, and lacking empathy for others. The first one I went over was seductress. The seductress is often likened to a femme fatale. Let's look that up if you don't know what that means, because I want to make sure we all are on. So, femme fatale is like a deadly or lethal woman. They try to achieve A femme fatale tries to achieve her hidden purpose by using feminine wiles such as beauty, charm, and sexual allure. In many cases, her attitude towards sexuality is daisical, intriguing, or frivolous. So you could think Catwoman, all them like superhero, superwoman type of characters. And so that was the first one. Second one, the perfect wife, mother. This type of narcissist will seemingly be involved in the family's lives and thrive on her public persona as the perfect wife and mother. And lastly, we went over the drama queen. The drama queen loves to create situations that feed her empty soul and make her alive. And let me see. There was something I wanted to add to that. Hmm. So this one also fights with authority figures, daycare providers, teachers, even her own lawyers. Um, and you will have experienced a litany of dramatic situations, and she will be involved in drama everywhere. So I've known people that have had all three of these that I went over tonight. I've known people that was the perfect wife slash mother. I've known people that was the seductress, but they might have had the drama queen with it attached. Either way, if you know any of these kinds of people that have these traits, run in the opposite direction. What I need you to do is really, after you look at this, really consider who's around you. Just take a deep look at who's around you, because some of these people might be within a body of a woman. So I will talk to you all later, but I hope that you got everything you needed from this, and talk to you soon. Bye.